watched a small nonprofit triple their year-end revenue by locking in a match gift back in July. Hi, I'm Shannon Cherry from My Nonprofit Advisor. I spent 30 years coaching hundreds of small nonprofits, and the ones that actually crushed December aren't the biggest. They're the ones that stopped waiting and got the match locked in early. Most small nonprofits are still treating year-end like a surprise party they can plan in October. By the end of this, you'll know exactly who to ask, what to say, and how to protect everyone if you don't hit the goal. Here's where most small nonprofits quietly sabotage themselves every single year. They treat their year-end appeal like a surprise party they can throw together in October. And then they spend November scrambling for a theme, a donor list, and some kind of hook. Well, every major donor in town is already burnt out from being asked by 5 other organizations. 30% of all charitable giving happens in December, with 10% landing in the last 3 days of the year, which means the money's absolutely there, but the competition for attention is absolutely brutal. If you wait till fall to start thinking about your match, you're basically trying to book a wedding venue the week before the wedding. July and August are your golden window because board members and loyal donors aren't in year-end frenzy mode yet, and they actually have the mental space to consider your request. Now, the match isn't just a nice bonus that pads your total. It completely changes the psychology of your appeal because donors who see a match give more, give faster, and give with more confidence. It turns your appeal from a plea into an opportunity. So let's cut to the part that actually matters. The first question is to always ask, and the answer is simpler than you think. Start with your board. These people already raise their hands for your mission when they join the board, which means they've already believed in what you do, and asking them to sponsor a match isn't an imposition. It's an invitation to lead. Now, if your board isn't an option, look for your past major donors, the ones who gave last year and the year before. They've already backed you with their wallet, and a matching gift lets them multiply that, yes, without reaching back into their own pocket for a bigger personal gift. Now, here's the part everyone skips. You don't need one huge donor to fund the whole match. You can stack multiple donors into one match pool, and each get to be part of something bigger than their individual gift. Now, I had a client who wanted to boost their typical $20,000 match, so they asked several major donors instead of just one, and they ended up with $45,000 in a matching fund. And with a strong appeal, they tripled their entire campaign revenue. Now, studies show that incorporating match information in appeals can produce a 71% increase in response rate and a 51% increase in the average gift size. The match amount isn't your ceiling, it's your floor, because when donors see that someone already believes enough to lead, they believe too. Now, here's where it gets good. Most nonprofits don't fail to get a match because they can't find a donor. They fail because there's a fear living in their head, and it's so uncomfortable that nobody wants to say it out loud. The fear is simple. They worry they won't raise enough to meet the match, and then they'll look like complete failures in front of the donor who trusted them. The board member puts up $10,000, the nonprofit only raises $4,000, and now everyone feels embarrassed. Look, the fear, it's real, and both you and the donor are feeling it, so you need to kill it before you ever make the ask. You do that by setting crystal clear terms up front. Agree on a specific dollar cap and a hard deadline. Here's how this works in practice. You tell the donor that every gift will be matched dollar for dollar up to $5,000 through December 31st. If you hit $5,000, the match pays $5,000. If you only hit $3,000, the match pays $3,000. So nobody fails. Nobody looks stupid. And the donor isn't risking public embarrassment, and you aren't risking a public shortfall. Some donors even prefer a challenge grant format where they have to set a community goal and unlock their gift only when the crowd hits it. That builds natural urgency, makes the donors feel like heroes, and hands you a deadline you can promote without sounding pushy. So here's the reframe. You aren't begging for a bailout. You're offering someone the chance to multiply their impact and lead the community by example. When you sit down with a donor, lead with their past support, and then frame the match as the next natural step. You can say something like, your past support has been incredible. And as we launch our year-end appeal, we're looking for a lead donor to offer a matching gift. By offering a one-to-one match, your gift will inspire our community to step up and essentially double the impact of your generosity. Notice just what happened there? You didn't beg for money. You handed them a chance to lead, and that's a completely different energy. One is a plea, and the other is an opportunity, and they land completely different. That's the whole system. Lock in your match now while your donors still have the space to say yes, and turn your year-end appeal from a plea into a real campaign. I have a free checklist that may be able to help you with this. So go to mynonprofitadvisor.com/YE, then CHECKYE check. And stick around for the next one.
Running a nonprofit isn't always a walk in the park, but it doesn't have to be that way. Get more tips and ideas just by subscribing. Trust me, it's easier than digging for bones.